Good evening, everyone. This is TCN English News Edition, and you're watching with me, Huy Kim Khong Sai. First, the headlines. Kuki MP Meghalaya demands end of harassment of Kuki activists, asks police to conduct further investigations into CM leaked audio tape rather than hounding the search. Calm in Manipur, but storm on border with Myanmar. Security forces on high alert. SC6 forensic report on alleged leaked audio of Manipur CM. News in detail. The Kuki Organizations for Human Rights Trust KOHUR has condemned the Manipur police for allegedly harassing its chairman Sri H.S. Benjamin Mati over the leaked audio tape involving Chief Minister Biren Singh. The tape, which has been authenticated by the renowned forensic lab, was submitted to the Supreme Court in a sealed cover as part of a case alleging that the Chief Minister was instrumental in inciting and organizing violence in Manipur. Despite this, the Manipur police has been searching and hounding Mate, claiming that they want to take statement on how he obtained the tapes. The Kuki MP Meghalaya has come out in support of Mate, reminding the Manipur police that the content and authenticity of the audio tapes demand further investigations to bring back normalcy in Manipur, rather than hounding for the source of the tapes. The organization believes that the hounding of a human rights activist who is seeking justice for his people in the highest court of the land only exposes the biasness and weaknesses of the Manipur Police Department. The Manipur Police and Chief Minister Biren Singh have been accused of trying to silence Mate, who is a prominent leader and has been vocal about the rights and interests of the Kuki community. The Kuki MP Meghalaya is demanding that the Manipur government immediately cease all harassment and intimidation tactics against Kuki leaders and Mate in particular, as this act of intimidation will worsen the already unrest situations in Manipur. The organization is standing in solidarity with Mati and has requested the appropriate agency of the central government to ensure his safety and freedom so that he can continue to advocate for justice for his people. Amid a lull in incidents of violence in Manipur, security forces have been put on high alert due to gun battles and explosions taking place close to the state border with Myanmar over the past week. Fierce gunfight broke out in Sagaing region of Myanmar, a country in the middle of a civil war, on January 27. The area is close to Manipur's Kamsong district. Kamsong SP Ningsem Vashum said firing has continued close to the border. The firefights are still taking place, but across the border, within the jurisdictions of Myanmar. We are on high alert, and along with the Assam Rifles, we have opened 3 new checkposts along the border, from Namli to Paikok. Right now, there is no border crossing happening on this stretch, and there is no ripple on our side, he said. Because the violence is taking place across the border, officials from the security forces deployed in Manipur said they have no details of which groups are involved or how many lives have been lost. However, in the last week, 3 different banned insurgent groups from Manipur's Meitei Majority Valley, which have bases in Myanmar, have claimed that their cadets were killed in gunfights. On January 31, a public funeral was held in Imphal East Ando area to honor a member of the proscribed group People's Liberation Army PLA who had reportedly been killed in Myanmar, close to the border, on January 27. In a statement, the Revolutionaries People's Front, the armed wing of which is the PLA, claimed that PLA Second Lieutenant Han Toibai had died in an encounter with proxy enemies. Following this, on Sunday, 2 other Valley-based groups, the UNLF's Koirang factions and the KYKL, claimed that they lost 1 member each on January 30 in a gunfight against the Kuki National Army Burma and the Indian military. Similar allegations has also been made last year by the Naga insurgent group NSC and IM, alleging proxy warfare in Myanmar territory. Indian security forces have denied the allegations. Valley-based insurgent groups, which have seen a rise in activities and recruitment after the start of the ongoing conflict in the state, have bases in Myanmar, where they are known to fight alongside the military junta against the Rebel People's Defense Force and ethnic armed organizations, including the KNAB. There have also been reports of deaths of Kukizal people in the ongoing fights in Myanmar, close to Kamzong. However, unlike the Valley-based insurgent groups, no Kukizal group has claimed the deaths of its members. The Supreme Court on Monday directed the Central Forensic Science Laboratory to submit a report on the leaked audio tapes allegedly featuring Manipur Chief Minister Biren Singh, in which he is purportedly heard saying that the ethnic violence in the state was instigated at his insistence. A bench of Chief Justice of India, CJI Sanjeev Khanna and Justice Sanjay Kumar showed the report in a sealed cover, while also indicating that it would assess whether the Supreme Court or the Manipur High Court should hear the matter. The state is limping back now. We have to also see if this court should hear this matter or the High Court should, CJI Khanna remarked. At the start of the hearing, Justice Kumar informed the parties that he had attended a dinner hosted by the Manipur Chief Minister when he was elevated to the Supreme Court in February 2023. However, Advocate Prasan Bhushan, appearing for the petitioner Kuki Organizations for Human Rights Trusts, alleged the judge's consent. No problem, not one bit, Bhushan told the bench, affirming that Justice Kumar need not recuse himself. The case revolves around audio recordings allegedly made by a whistleblower during a closed-door meeting with the Manipur CM. The petitioner claims that these tapes substantiated allegations of deliberate instigations of ethnic violence in the state. The petitioner organizations had sought a court-monitor SIT probe into the tapes, claiming that they reveal evidence of the CM's involvement in fueling the ethnic clashes between Meitei and Kuki communities that have gripped Manipur since May 3, 2023. The violence has claimed more than 230 lives and displaced tens of thousands in the northeastern state. The district administrations in Lamka has distributed relief materials to internally displaced persons IDPs in various relief camps across the district. According to reports, a total of 15,950 people are currently taking shelter in 86 relief centers. The relief materials distributed include food items such as rice, dal, oil, Nutella, and egg, as well as non-food items like blankets, mattresses, and sanitary pads. The distributions of these essential items is being carried out under the supervision of the district administrations. The details of the relief materials distributed are as follows. Tuibung SDO area, 7,290 people in 47 relief centers receive 406.32 bags of rice, 83.20 bags of dal, 51.40 liters of oil, 83.40 bags of Nutella, and 7,362 pieces of egg. Lamka SDO area, 5,678 people in 32 relief centers receive 316.61 bags of rice, 64.70 bags of dal, 39.80 liters of oil, 65.10 bags of Nutella, and 5,735 pieces of egg. Saikot SDO area, 1,062 people in 7 relief centers receive 59.21 bags of rice, 12.20 bags of dal, 7.40 liters of oil, 12.20 bags of Nutella, and 1,072 pieces of egg. Singat SDO area, 949 people in 4 relief centers receive 53 bags of rice, 10.90 bags of dal, 6.80 liters of oil, 10.90 bags of Nutella, and 959 pieces of egg. Sangaikot SDO area, 971 people in 4 relief centers receive 54.20 bags of rice, 11.10 bags of dal, 6.90 liters of oil, 11.10 bags of Nutella, and 981 liters of oil. The total amount of relief materials distributed includes 889.34 bags of rice, 182.10 bags of dal, 112.30 tins of oil, 182.70 bags of Nutella, and 16,110 pieces of egg. The district administration has been providing relief materials to the IDP camp since June 2023. And the items distributed include food grains, pulses, salt, oil, and other essential commodities. The administration has also provided non-food items like blankets, mattresses, and sanitary pads to the displaced persons. The relief materials are being transported to the camps with the help of philanthropic organizations and civil society groups, while the medical facilities are being provided by the Chief Medical Officer. The water supply is being managed by the Public Health Engineering Department, PHED. A one-day awareness program on Aadhaar attendance and academic monitoring system and APAAR attendance and performance analysis and report was organized at the District Council Hall, Tuibung today. The program was chaired by Vung Muang Ting, District Inspector of Schools, Singat Block, while AS Pao Kotang, Inspector of Schools, ADCC, delivered the keynote address. Resource persons for the program included Dilet Kolal, District Inspector of Schools, Hinglip Block, and Songboy, District Inspector of Schools, Churchampur, Lingneilam, District Inspector of Schools, Thanglong Block, and T. Tuan Sing Thang, Assistant Inspector of Schools, Tipaimuk Block. The program aimed to sensitize teachers and headmasters about the importance of maintaining accurate attendance records and submitting monthly report to Aadhaar and APAAR. The program also highlighted the benefits of Vidya Praves, Nipunt, a digital platform for tracking student attendance and performance. Over 186 schools under the Autonomous District Council Churchampur participated in the program, with many headmasters, headmistresses, and teachers in attendance. The government has emphasized the need for accurate attendance record to monitor student performance and ensure that benefits under various schemes reach the intended beneficiaries. The APAAR system is designed to streamline attendance and performance tracking, enabling the government to make informed decisions about education policy. The program underscored the importance of leveraging technology to improve education's outcomes. With the aim of achieving one student, one nation, the government is promoting digital initiatives like AADAAR and APAAR to enhance transparency, accountability, and efficiency in the education sector. By harnessing technology, educators can better monitor students' performance, identifying areas of improvement, and provide targeted support to ensure that every child receives a quality education. The Colonel Biplab Memorial Football Tournament 2025, organized by HQ Igar South, concluded today at the Tuibung Peace Ground. The tournament was inaugurated on January 17, 2025. The final match was played between Sangam FC and Full-Time Academy, with Sangam FC emerging as the winner with a score of 5-0. The third winner was Murvet FC. The third place winner was Murvet FC. The tournament saw the participations of 8 teams in the men's category and 6 teams in the women's category. The event was organized to commemorate the martyrdom of Colonel Biplab Tripathi, Rifleman L. R.P. Mina, Rifleman L. N.K. Konyak, Rifleman L. Suman Swargiari, and Rifleman L. Swamaldas, who made the supreme sacrifice during its counter-insurgency operations in November 2021. The tournament aimed to promote sportsmanship, teamwork, and national integrations among the youth. The event also featured cultural performances including a band display, traditional dances, and a memorial ceremony to honor the martyrs. The prize distribution ceremony was attended by Lieutenant Colonel Abhinandan Dizit, second in command, 37 Assam Rifles. The individuals awards were given to Best Striker, Laneko Vaipai FC Murvey, Best Player, Tangswampan Samte Full-Time Academy, Best Defender, Tunlal Paul Sangam FC, and Best Goalkeeper, Lamgolian Sangam FC. The tournament was a huge success with thousands of spectators attending the matches. It even promoted a sense of community and national pride among the participants and spectators. Referring to the contentious circumstances of the merger of the princely state of Manipur to India in 1949, while speaking in the Lok Sabha, Inner Manipur MP Bimol Akoizam said Monday that the union government's handling of the ongoing conflict in the state recalls the humiliations of the time. Speaking during the motions of thanks on the president's address in the Lok Sabha on Monday, Akoizam, who is a Congress MP, remarked on the lack of mention of the Manipur crisis in the president's speech. The speech comes at a time when the fault lines in Manipur, which began with ethnic clashes between Meiteis and Kuki-Jobs in May 2023, continues to exist in the state. I was expecting the president's address to include something on Manipur. Very honestly speaking, because I thought that the government will outline through her speech on the steps being taken by the government of India to deal with the issue and this tragedy we have been witnessing in my home state. But call it arrogance or a reflection of peculiar form of Rashtratatna followed by the ruling party. They have chosen to remain silent in an effort to make the crisis invisible to the rest of the country as well as the globe, he said. He accused the ruling BJP of tinkering with constitutional principles in the state and that its response to the conflict is a reflection that this government and its ideological moorings does not believe in inclusive politics. He underlined the breakdown of state government in the state, calling it an illegal subversion of the constitutional mechanism and democracy. Referring to the summoning of elected Meitei representatives for a meeting by armed group Arambai Tingal in January 2024 in Imphal, during which some MLAs were reportedly assaulted by members of the group, Akoizam said. India's state has become nothing but a banana republic in the state of Manipur. Have you ever seen elected representatives being beaten up publicly in this country? And the country thinks that constitutional order is in place in Manipur. When the constitution was adopted 75 years ago, we had a constitution of our own and a constitutional monarchy which was bulldozed on 15 August 1949 that itself should have been let by the bygone, and we should be looking forward. The crisis in Manipur has also been brought up by Rajya Sabha MP Leisiem Basana Jalba in the upper house on Monday, while urging the center to complete work on the railway connections from Ziribam to capital Imphal. On May 3rd last year, long-standing tensions between the Meitei and Kuki communities in Manipur spiraled into violence, which claimed at least 52 lives in 3 days. The death toll currently stands at over 200, with scores more wounded. A United States military flight carrying 205 illegal Indian migrants departed for Punjab's Amritsar on Monday as the Donald Trump administration intensified its crackdown on undocumented immigrants, sources said. The C-17 aircraft departed for India from San Antonio. Sources said each one was verified before being sent back. The aircraft is likely to stop at Ramstein, Germany, for refueling. While the U.S. Embassy declined to confirm the development, a spokesperson said that the United States was vigorously enforcing its border, tightening immigration laws, and removing illegal immigrants. These actions send a clear message. Illegal immigration is not worth the risk, the spokesperson said. Trump had pledged to carry out the largest deportations in American history, and the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) has compiled an initial list of nearly 18,000 undocumented Indian nationals among 1.5 million individuals marked for deportation. However, it was not immediately clear how many were aboard the departing flight. Approximately 725,000 illegal immigrants from India live in the U.S., making it the third largest population of unauthorized immigrants after Mexico and El Salvador, according to data from the Pew Research Center. These Indian illegal migrants live a life of fear and uncertainty each day in the U.S. Last month, New Delhi said that India has always been open to legitimate return of undocumented Indians to their country when asked about deportation plans from the U.S. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has said that India was verifying who from the U.S. can be deported to India, and the number of such individuals cannot yet be determined. With every country, and the U.S. is no exception, we have always maintained that if any of our citizens are there illegally, and if we are sure that they are our citizens, we have always been open to their legitimate return to India, Jaishankar said. President Trump said in January that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will do what's right when it comes to taking back Indian immigrants who arrived in the U.S. illegally. These remarks came after a phone call between the two leaders, who discussed a host of issues. The Pentagon has also started providing flights to deport more than 5,000 immigrants held by U.S. authorities in El Paso, Texas, and San Diego, California. So far, military aircraft have flown migrants to Guatemala, Peru, and Honduras. A junta airstrike on displaced persons IDP sheltering in Coqueco village in the south of Kalai Township in Sagaing region killed 9 IDPs, including 3 children, and injured a further 17 IDPs. On 31st January 2025, at about 5 p.m., junta aircraft dropped 2 bombs on the IDPs staying in Coqueco village, despite there being no fighting in the area at the time. The bombs caused severe damage to the IDP shelters and resulted in many casualties, including the deaths of 2 boys aged 5 and 12 and 8-year-old girl, according to a social worker from Coqueco village. He said of the 17 injured, 5 were seriously hurt. The identity of one of the children among the deceased has not been confirmed. 5 huts were reduced to ashes, and 7 others were destroyed by the force of the blast. Only a few bamboo poles and debris remain. The metal roof of the IDP school was torn apart. The victims of the airstrike have been identified as Muang Muang, age 5, Mapyom Pyo Pint, age 8, Mamet Hussein, age 12, Dom Mater, age 25, Dom Mitin, age 40, grade 9 student, Maetim Pyo, age 17, Docho Marwin, age 46, Tanshu, age 35, and another about 12-year-old child whose identity has not been confirmed. Coqueco village is about 24 kilometers south of Kalai town in Kalai Township. About 80 IDP families made up about 200 people are currently sheltering in makeshift shelters around the village. They have fled from the village of Ingit, Kwasi, Hantangwadi in Kalai Township, and Gongo Township to the south, also in Sagaing region. Belgium's new government was sworn in on Monday, ending months of a political deadlock over forming a stable coalition government. Bert De Wever, leader of the Flemish Nationalist New Flemish Alliance (NVA) that won the federal elections last June, took office as prime minister. This marks the first time that a Flemish nationalist leads the federal government. The swearing-in ceremony took place at the Royal Palace at 9 a.m. local time, where De Wever and 40 ministers took the oath before King Philip. The new coalition, known as the Arizona Alliance, brings together 5 major parties: the NVA, the Flemish Christian Democrats, the Socialist Variety, the French-speaking reformist movement, and the centrist less engaged. A deal was finalized by the 5 parties late Friday after months of difficult negotiations over budget cuts, tax hikes, and pensions reforms, which aim to stabilize Belgium's public finances. The Arizona coalition has also outlined priorities including increased defense spending, healthcare reform, and sister asylum policies, Xinhua News Agency reported. Government formations in Belgium is often a lengthy process complicated by the nation's economic, social, and administrative divisions across its three regions, Flanders, Wallonia, and Brussels capital, as the country is equally split into three linguistic communities, Dutch, French, and German, each with their own governments. Belgium's King Philippe had invited Bert De Wever, president of the N-VA party, to form the federal government in July 2024. De Wever, while serving as reformator, received the endorsement of four political parties ready to enter into coalition negotiations, including the movement Reformator MR, unless engages on the French-speaking side, and the CD&V and Vorit on the Dutch-speaking side. Negotiations among the coalition's parties covered diverse issues, including social economy recovery, investment in healthcare, boosting the purchasing power of low-income earners, and activations of job seekers. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.